guys, in today's tutorial I'm going to talk about my absolute all-time favourite pole dance trick, the inside leg hang, also known as the Scorpio. This is an intermediate trick. You need to be able to invert, i.e. go upside down confidently on the pole in order to do this trick. The inside leg hang is a beautiful and classic pole dance trick that never gets old and can be very useful in getting in and out of different sequences and combinations up and down the pole. I'm going to go through the basics of this trick, as again it is a move that I see being done not necessarily incorrectly, but being done in the hardest way possible, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to nail your inside leg hang to make it look beautiful, flexible and strong with no problems. Okay, so let's get down into it and break down the technique. So with the inside leg hang, we're using a pull-up crunch to get inverted up to the pole. It may sound painfully obvious, but when you invert, the leg that's closest to the pole, i.e. the inside leg, is the one that you're hooking on with. So in order to get a nice tight grip on that inside leg, what we need to do is get it on the calf and on the inner thigh. The pole is not going under your knee pin as such, but we want to get it as close to there as possible. So calf goes on, not your foot and not your ankle. The number one thing I see being done incorrectly with the inside leg hang is the foot being placed on the pole and the ankle, rather than using the skin grip to keep you on, which is not necessarily the, how we say, grippiest and safest position to be in this move. So what we're going to do when we invert, we're not going to go all the way up, pushing our hips all the way up to the pole. We're going to go about halfway up, and from here we'll be in a better position to get that calf and inner thigh grip on the pole. Once we get there, we're going to open the hips and turn away from the pole. That way we can extend the outside leg and get the pole nice and tight in here on the space between our ribs and our hips. So, first I'm going to use my pull-up crunch. So, outside hand on top, I'm going to lift. Remember, you always want to lift into your inverts, no jumping. So lifting all the way up nice and slow, halfway up the pole. I'm not going to push all the way up like we normally do in outside leg hang, so halfway up. Inside leg comes around. I'm bending the leg as much as possible so I get nice and tight here on my calf. Once I get to here, I'm going to turn away from the pole. As you can see, I'm turning towards you here, towards the camera. I'm going to circle my leg around, turn the egg, and dropping the leg down. Once I'm here, I've already got it nice and tight in my in the space between my ribs and my hips, that nice bit of skin there. Remember, you don't want to go onto your bones, avoid it as much as possible. Turn your chest and your shoulders away from the pole. From here, I can gently release my outside hand, see how I feel. If you're feeling confident, you can remove the inside arm. Take the arms behind you, or you can do whatever pretty shapes that you want here with your hands. So that way, your side, inner thigh. This is going to burn quite a lot, by the way, once you get here, so don't be surprised if it hurts. And you're keeping that knee nice and bent on the pole, on your calf, keep you on. If you feel like you're losing your grip, pull it down more. Use your spotter to help you to keep that knee nice and bent. Notice how my ankle is nowhere near the pole, and my foot is not also on the pole. If I see you flexing your foot here to keep yourself on the pole, I will come and I will slap you on the bump for that. Just kidding, but do make a point of trying to not use your foot to keep you on. It's number one, it's not very safe. Number two, it doesn't look very pretty. So remember, calf on, thigh on the pole. Another question I get asked most commonly with the inside leg hang is what to do with your free leg or your outside leg, the one that's not on the pole. The beauty of the inside leg hang is that there is a lot that you can do with your free leg and your arms in a nice position here to make whatever shape you want. So some suggestions for more flexible people and some, if you're still working on your flexibility, things that can look really good without having to make a huge effort. So just go over it one more time. Hip in front of the pole, I'm going to lift up to an invert. Halfway up, not all the way up. Inside leg comes around, immediately turn your hips away from the pole and swing that leg behind you. Get it in, nice and tight on your side, keeping that bending knee. And we're going to release and thank you. So, I can reach around with the same side hand, same leg. To reach for my ankle, I'm going to push through my leg. I'm not going to use my arm to try to pull down, as this is not the most flexible position. I'm going to drive through my ankle bone, through my hip and my knee, to extend the leg and push. Another variation, I'll go with my opposite hand here, run the inside. So inside arm grabs the inside leg. I'm bending the leg so I can really find my foot, so heel to my bum. Once I'm there, same thing again, I'm going to kick through my leg. I'm not using my arm to push, I'm using the leg to kick down towards the floor. Let's make a pretty shape of your head falling back. If you want to be classic, you can just leave the legs straight. Push it through and really drive, engage your hip flexor muscles here, engage your butt to make the longest line possible. To get out, you can come back to your knee sticks. Nice and close to the floor. And we can come down whichever way you want from here.